Alright, this is the video overview for TsunamiVis. So here we have the main VTK window, and we have two color scales on the side, one for the earthquake magnitude, another one for the water level. So this application uses the standard mouse interactor, so I can rotate using the left mouse button, pan using shift left, and then also zooming with the middle mouse or right mouse button. At the bottom we have the current date and time that is being shown, and right below we have the time slider I can use to scroll through all the water level data available for the month of March of 2011. Click on the tab here. I can switch the time scale to focus on only March 8th through March 13th. So this allows the slider to move at a more precise range so we can get a closer view of what happened. So on the right we have our main toolbar where we can show sensors, hide either legend, you can change the opacity of the sea level map, change the scaling of the sea level coloring, so we can change the sensitivity of how the water colors, or how the sea level affects the water coloring. For the earthquake data below, by default it showed, you see what earthquakes occurred at that time as a series of points. You can change it to show all the previous earthquakes in the region, as well as changing the representation to spheres, so it's easier to see the differences in particular magnitude colors. Also with the earthquake data we have a clipping plane here. We can cut through the depth data, so I can tell that the magnitude 9 earthquake here was about 32 kilometers deep. I can also flip the clipping plane normal, so now I'm seeing only depths that are greater than 32 kilometers. Also, using the current location of the time slider, I can start animating through time. This is best done with the satellite map opacity set to 0, and with earthquakes as points. And I can change the animation speed. I can slow it down, or I can speed it up. I can interact with the map at any time. So here we see the magnitude 9 earthquake and the cascading effect of water sensors across the Pacific. And finally, I can zoom in on particular moments I consider interesting. So for example, here we zoom into the location and time of when the magnitude 9 earthquake hit at approximately 6 UTC on March 11th. So you can see the magnitude 9 earthquake here clearly in red, and a clear spike in water water and sea level. You can go to the point where the tsunami wave had reached Midway Island. And then the final feature here is I can switch from showing water height data, which is the standard representation, to showing whether or not the tsunami detectors, these sensors were triggered or not. This takes a few minutes to switch. So if we go back to the main scale, we can see that all the sensors here in blue are just a standard monitoring configuration. And here we can see these 4 points here raised up. They're also wider, and this tells that during when the 7.2 magnitude earthquake hit, these 3 tsunami sensors were detected. The rest of the ocean is unaffected, and if we go back and look at the water height data, we can tell that there is not any significant changes in the water level height at this point. So that concludes the video overview for TsunamiVis.